On today's episode, we're joined by artist and pop culture fanatic Andrew Breen to put the 1989 American fantasy comedy Little Monsters to the ultimate test, the nostalgia test. See, we get the shit, we smash the shit, and then we put the shit back. Welcome to the Nostalgia Test podcast, the show where three longtime friends put pop culture's past to the ultimate test, the nostalgia test.
Yes. There it is. I like that one. That was a good one. What up, bro? What's up? How are you doing?
What up, bro? That was very aggressive, Manny.
What up? I'm excited. We have a guest today. I want to start out right away. This is also sponsored by Lithology Brewing Company. Right in this episode is sponsored by 211A Main Street in Farmingdale, where you can get local beer made right in Farmingdale. There's tenant brewers on tap. There's New York wine and spirits, and beer made by your very own co-host Manny Quilo, doing his own promo. And why I'm doing and why we're sponsoring is because the guest right here, Andrew, also known as Rocktopus Jones, has his art up on the wall. We have an art wall that we feature a monthly artist, and Andrew's is up there. And he's been up there a couple of times, actually. And I always end up either buying pieces or he gives us pieces because he's a very, very nice guy. And there's a bunch of his pieces on all the time throughout the year in the back. What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me.
Of course. Where does everybody follow you at?
Everybody follows me on Instagram at Rocktopus Jones _art.
Yes.
On Instagram.
Let's talk about what the art is. What do you do? What kind of art it is, etc., etc.
All right, so I do pop culture characters, icons. I do illustrations with markers, colored pencils, and ink. I kind of range from all the stuff that we grew up on, Nickelodeon, Tim Burton, other cartoons, horror, all that stuff.
That's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, my favorite pieces that we have, Pinky and the Brain. I saw today you had Ren and Stimpy up there. Which we've not put that to the test. Ren and Stimpy, though, like, would Ren and Stimpy even be allowed to be made?
Oh, maybe in
No.
November.
Not at all.
Not at all, right? That was Ren and Stimpy was like, I couldn't believe that we as kids watched it because there was so much hidden meaning going on in a lot of the episodes that I've rewatched. Sometimes I'm like, wait, this is what this was about? Like some dark shit in that.
Oh, yeah.
In that thing. But again, back to the drawings. They're fantastic drawings. And if you're in town and you're listening to this podcast, come down and check it out. You are having a Meet the Artist night, right?
That is correct. I'm having one Friday, October 24th.
There you go. Friday, October 24th. Come and are you doing a live drawing or not this time?
Not this time, no.
Okay. There you go.
Well, what made you
just come and hang out?
Yeah, go hang out, grab a beer. But also, like, what made you get into the type of art that you do? Right, you're focused very on pop culture, but even the way you do it. Like, I've follow you on Instagram and just obsessed with kind of how your process, because you do show people the process of which like certain drawings go. And like, how did you get into that, and what made you, really focus on the pop culture part?
You know what? I just kind of eventually just went into it. Like, I mean, I've been drawing since I was a kid. And of course, like when I was a kid, all I drew was like dinosaurs and animals. And then like when I got to high school, I did a lot of like Marvel and DC characters. But one of the things I do struggle with is composition and anatomy. And so like comic book artist isn't really kind of for me. So one of my strengths is I'm good at changing the proportions of characters and exaggerating. I almost do like caricatures. So what I tend to do is I actually make like cartoon characters look more detailed and more realistic. But then I take realistic characters and then kind of dumb them down a bit and make them more cartoony at the same time. But I mean, even in college, I was a painter and I did like landscapes, but like I never enjoyed doing any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just stuff I would sit around at home, like when after work or if there was like a quiet weekend, I would just sit and draw. And now that's kind of my life. That's all I do. When I'm not working, I'm just hanging out at home, sketching if there's nothing going on. That's what I do.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I remember when we did the Beetlejuice episode, Manny and I had one of your drawings featured, I think, right, Manny?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, he was. I was the clown from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That's right.
Was there? It's hanging in the back as well as what was it? Elmira's there too now.
Elvira.
Elvira. Yeah, that one's a great one.
Yeah.
Awesome
thank
one.
you.
Yeah.
Actually, Cassandra Peterson herself reposted it.
Oh,
She
that's
posts
really?
Fan Art Fridays, so she shared it on her
That's
social media.
so sick.
And
Yeah, I
I
love
giggled like
it.
a little girl. I didn't know what to do. I was just like sitting there in bed, and I was like, "What do I do?" Because like she was probably one of my first childhood crushes, so I was just like sitting there giggling.
Oh, she's amazing. Her whole story. Oh, I would love to have her on the podcast and talk to her because she's had such an unbelievable story and how, she created that character and how she, developed the movies and everything. Even the movie about her is just so cool. Everything. That's really cool. That's cool that she reposted that. That's awesome. Do you get? I mean, I see in the background too, like you have the plant from Little Shop of Horrors, which is like there as a toy. Like I love that. What are some of your favorite drawings that you've done?
Well, actually, I just want to point that out for a minute.
That one's sick.
That's not a toy. I was actually telling Manny this earlier today. That is an art piece I got from another artist that I'm friends with. We're in the middle of an art trade. And ironically enough, Maurice from Little Monsters is the piece I'm supposed to be finishing up for her. So
That's so funny. Yeah, she made that, Dan. I saw it. It's a clay sculpture that has magnets in it.
What?
And yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's so sick. Oh, what is her name? Because we want to put that in the notes.
I don't know if she's comfortable with me giving her name, but her artist handle is Paint Puddle Studios.
Okay,
Awesome.
dude, Dan, it's so sick. It's so detailed.
Yeah.
Like, show me a picture of it, and it's just so funny because I was saying, I'm like, oh, do you have a picture of Maurice? And he's working on it because they did an artist trade. I was like, that's so, but we don't have a finished picture. Hopefully, by the time we post something, we could tag it to this podcast. When you're
I definitely want to get it up for Meet the Artist night.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait to see it. I saw a couple of versions of it, Dan. I like them, but Andrew wants to be like perfect about it. So he's got the hair. The hair looks great.
Oh God. So what have been some of your favorite things that you've been able to draw, like that you've chosen to draw, or like people have asked you if you do like commissioned work? Like what types of things have been like some of your most favorite things?
Well, Elvira was definitely my top favorite right now. Greta Gremlin, I did from Gremlins 2.
Yeah.
She is probably one of my favorites. Nobody asked for it, but I did it anyway because I wanted to. But I struggled so much with her. Like I don't know how many drafts I did. I was just giving myself like a complex about it for a couple months. But that's probably why she's one of my favorites, because she finally came out how like I pictured it in my head.
That's awesome.
As far as commissions, I don't typically do commissions anymore. I haven't had any bad experiences or anything like that with customers. It's just, this is something I do for fun. Like I work, I work a normal full-time job. So when I'm doing this is just me like decompressing or disassociating for a bit. So the moment I have to do something for somebody else, it becomes like work for me. So.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, hey, in terms of like even the way Rick Rubin talks about creativity, I mean, he's like, you do it for you first and then anyone else like after that, right? Like you have to do it for you. And I think that's, some of the, some of the things that I've seen that you've done, it really does seem like a labor of love, that like it's so much of what you want to do, and that's why really it comes out so well, right? I mean, because you're doing it because you chose it, and that's like a really great way to go into it.
Exactly. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
that's exactly my mentality. It's just this is for me, and if you like it, great. If you don't, then that's fine.
Love it. That's kind of like this podcast, Dan. All right, listen now. Guys, don't forget to follow at Rocktopus Jones _ and what's the rest of that?
_art.
Art. Yeah. Go. It'll be on the notes. Dan will have it. Maybe Dan will even splice in some pictures of the art.
Maybe.
Dan, you gotta do little cuts.
You have no idea what's about to happen.
Put in the little cap cut.
It might have already happened.
Yeah. All right. So we are here. Here's the movie.
Yeah.
Now,
here's the movie.
Dan.
Yeah.
Before you get into your facts, and all the other things, you've never seen this movie.
No. Never saw it.
So I'm gonna say, because I always bring up like when we bring up a test. I think I've talked about this movie a few times, and I'm like, we should do Little Monsters. We should do Little Monsters. Mm-hmm. When I tell you that it is ingrained, like I don't know how many times I watched this movie, but as soon as I watched it, I hadn't seen it in a while, but as soon as it came on, it was like the Rolodex rolled up to the movie in my head, and I was like, scene by scene, I was like, yep. Now, I don't remember how crazy this movie was, but I remember I always enjoyed this movie. And then I've talked to Andrew today. He comes in because he's hanging the pictures. I'm like, wait, there's more people that know about this movie? So I was so excited about doing it because you never saw it. So this is the true test of whether or not it passes. And I can't wait to dive in to talk about it because, whoa, let me tell you, whoa. And Andrew, you said you liked this movie, right?
Well, Andrew, he was the one that said, let's do Little Monsters, when we reached out to him. So, yeah, I mean, Andrew, we'd love to hear your, first time. Do you remember the first time you saw it? And then, things that may have surprised you on the rewatch, and then we'll, dive right into it.
I actually do remember the first time I watched it. This is probably one of my favorite like throwback movies. It's not a movie I would put on all the time. It's definitely not a holiday movie, but like it's one of those movies that just like once you watch it again, it just everything comes back.
Yeah. No, it did. I was thinking, like, is this a Halloween movie? I don't even want to call it a Halloween movie because it doesn't even take place during Halloween. It has nothing to do with Halloween other than the fact that this guy's costume would be everybody's costume. All the monsters would be an awesome costume to be.
Outstanding. Like
Pumpkinhead, I want to be Pumpkinhead.
Outstanding.
Holding a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, outstanding practical effects. Like, really unbelievable.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just a little off the Wikipedia, just so everyone understands.
Yeah, let's go with it.
100 years from now, like as we legacy this podcast and, we're dead and you're listening to this. So Little Monsters is a 1989 American fantasy comedy starring Fred Savage, who, I mean, here we go. This is like peak Fred Savage around like at this point probably, and Howie Mandal, and directed by Richard Allen Greenberg. The screenplay was written by Terry Rossio and Ted Elliott, and it tells the story of a young boy named Brian Stevenson who befriends a real-life monster under the bed named Maurice, which that's interesting, and discovers a secret world of monsters who sneak into children's bedrooms at night to pull pranks on them. Now, although the film failed financially, receiving a limited theatrical release due to Vestron's bankruptcy, the production company, it obtained a cult following on home video. Now, this movie was made for $4.5 to $5 million, and it made $793,000.
That sucks, man. That sucks. That sucks so hard.
But man,
dude, there were so many people in this movie.
So many. Daniel Stern, I mean, it was in this movie. Fred Savage, Howie Mandel, you said, I remember last night you were texting me, Manny. The mom, who was the actress who played the owner of
Of the Braves in Major League.
that's right.
That was the mom. So
Insane.
yeah, that was insane. Then you
And
have what?
the bully, the big brother, the bully who was the big brother from Home Alone.
Home Alone. Yeah.
Oh, Doyle Lutz?
What? No, he was what's his
No, but he
name?
looks like he's part of
Yeah,
like
he
the
does.
Doyle
He
Lutz.
does
look like an
look
O'Doyle.
like that. But he's what's his name? Kevin McAllister's brother.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Is that Buzz?
It's
Yeah.
Buzz. Yeah, that's
The
Buzz.
kid that drank piss.
Yeah, the kid who
Monster
drank
piss.
piss.
The fuck was that scene?
Dude, this movie's it's so. First of all, what's crazy is there's so much. I was like, okay, this is Beetlejuice. Like, what came out first? I looked it up. Obviously, Beetlejuice came out first.
Yep.
And I'm like, did Howie like use his inspiration? But then I'm like, you never know when a movie was shot versus a movie was released. So I'm like, did it just was it a coincidence that it was kind of the same thing? Because there was all these puns that were going on that I thought were fucking hilarious. Like, I was cracking up. Oh, he's like, let me show you around. And he like turns him around. He's like, no, let me show you straight. And he starts walking him straight. I was like, it's so like kiddish. Like it was like geared to me, like 12 to 15-year-olds.
Oh,
Right?
sure. I mean,
Right? Not children, because there's like
this is not
obviously a
kid's
lot.
movie.
No. But it was more light. I guess, could it be less dark than Beetlejuice?
Yeah, I think so.
It's less dark, but if you really look into it, it was kind of fucked up. Right?
Well, I mean,
Do you
what is-
remember it being this crazy as a kid, Andrew?
No, not at all. Like for some reason, I remember it being like heartfelt, kind of wholesome, like a movie about friends, and that's like not the case at all.
No. I was like, wait, Fred Savage, Brian, is an asshole.
well, yeah.
He's totally not a nice person. Like, I remember as a child, like you, Andrew, I'm like, this was about friendship and they were just having a good time. Brian was okay going into people's houses and destroying. Once he caught the monster, and we could get into that,
Mhm.
I just want to get to this point. The part with the sneakers, and he's just laughing. I'm going, this kid's an evil kid. He's like really evil. He no qualms. Forget about him getting back at his bully, right? He doesn't care about any other. He disassociates with all the different people's houses that he goes to because he's having so much fun.
Well, he hides a roller skate underneath a shirt and puts it on the staircase. Like, he's a murderer. That whoever like stepped on that in the morning died.
Yes.
I mean, immediately.
Yes.
Like that. There's no
Yes.
way that person survived that shit.
This was fucking
Horrifying.
leprechaun shit.
It was.
And they brought it up, and he made that. Remember, he's like, "Those,
Yeah.
that's just like the wishes are like leprechaun things." I'm like, dude, you're destroying people's houses, and you're like
Mhm.
getting kids in trouble.
Well, he's
Like-
quite the inventor, Brian.
It's worse than being a monster.
Yeah, well, he's quite the inventor. I mean, he invents a lot of stuff. He's lazy in school, so it reminded me of like in the movie Big, but it reminded me if he was a kid and he had an adult brain, right? You know what I mean? Because like he seemed like he's like, all this shit doesn't matter. I'm just gonna do my thing. Fuck this, right? Like that's the kind of attitude he had, like walking around like with like pleated pants, and he was just like walking around just being like, whatever, school doesn't matter, this doesn't matter, whatever. And it was really interesting to understand, to see that this whole thing also had this like dissolving of his parents' marriage going on, the background, which was like very dark, because the Daniel Stern was like on the verge of losing his mind and just murdering everyone in that house. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, every time he got angry, I was like, he's gonna kill everyone here. I mean, at some point, he says, I'm not a monster. I'm a man. And she goes, not sure there's a big difference. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God. And then he tells his kid after he runs over his bike, he tells him, you're going to have to learn to ride it like that.
Yeah.
He's got one wheel.
Yeah.
Can I jump in for 1 second?
Jump
Sure,
in
Kristen.
whenever you want. Yeah.
Just interrupt.
I was gonna bring that up about Daniel Stern, and I did some research, and he was actually Home Alone came out the next year, and I'm wondering if he actually got the part because of his performance of threatening children in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a great job. I love Daniel Stern, and we talked about this before too. Like what's funny is like the weird relationship in Daniel Stern, Fred Savage world is that Daniel Stern was the narrator of the Wonder Years, and so like you have that in the background, the whole thing. But you're right, Andrew. Like one of the things I thought, I was like, if there's a world where Home Alone and this movie exists, it'd be like he leaves his family and just becomes a burglar after this. He's like, I can't take this like quotidian type of life where like I go to work every day. I am going off the grid. And he meets Joe Pesci somewhere and he just like ends up like leaving them. Like that's how I thought.
Dude, I was like, you could go into a whole different world. Like he leaves there, she leaves. She just leaves the kids in LA and then goes and owns and sleeps with an old man and ends up owning a baseball team, like a millionaire who and goes into Major League.
Yeah.
And Fred Savage now has to get a whole new family, and he then meets like an autistic kid who needs a brother, and they adopt him, and now he's in The Wizard. Like
Yeah.
you could like go into this whole like they had a fucked up life after this, you know?
Yeah, it was wild. It was absolutely wild. I mean, the fact that this kid eats onions and peanut butter sandwiches, that is gross.
Dude.
In no world am I ever thinking that's a
And that was the best. She's like, "You're the only one who eats onions and peanut." I was like, "Wait, I like double take?" I was like, "Wait, was that an onion and peanut butter?" And then I'm like, "Is that good?" I'm not sure. Like, could the little
good.
spice of the onion be good with the peanut butter?
Manny. We're not even asking that question.
Okay.
We're not even. It's not even a ring of white onion. It's a full slice.
It's
it
a
was
full
two
slice.
full slices
At one point, I was like, "Is that onion or is that like mozzarella cheese?" Because like
on white
you almost
bread.
didn't see. You didn't, and that would have been even worse. Like peanut butter and cheese. Like that's a weird combo. as
Andrew,
well.
question.
Well, okay.
Go ahead, Andrew. Go.
Well, one, I was gonna say, I think Manny needs to put this to the test.
Yeah, I think I
test.
might eat. I was thinking about it. I was like, I gotta try that out.
First of all, that's a great idea, Andrew, for a great episode where we do
Food from
movie
movies?
food. Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
Horrifying.
And the other thing I was gonna say was peanut butter and cheese is. I actually this is my grandmother put me onto this when I was a kid. Is Cheez-Its and peanut butter, but
You
like
know,
not actual cheese. That's like sociopath shit.
No, but I can
Oh
actually
my god! I
get
almost choked
behind,
on my wife.
I can get that behind that more than onions. First of all, though, Andrew, can we also, I have to ask you, if you're gonna make a sandwich like that and you're gonna use white bread that's gonna fall, don't you have to toast it? Like the fact that he didn't
No,
toast
he had
it
no
makes
time,
him,
dude. First of all,
come on,
he
it makes him a
woke up.
goblin.
He had an alarm set to a traffic light, right? To go off
Yeah.
at midnight or
Yeah.
half past midnight to go watch softcore porn.
That's well, we know why.
That's
he was
exactly what. When that popped on, I had to like rewind and be like, "Wait, what is he watching?"
I rewound it too.
Because the dad's like, you're gonna use your allowance for what you watch. So I'm like, did the dad get charged?
Well, it
He,
was a
like,
cable
pay-per-view
access show,
fee?
but it was ridiculous. It was like, what was that? What?
And the
What?
house was under construction. So I'm going like this.
Oh.
They found this site and it cost them nothing to go into this house. That house had wires. That house did not have a C of O. Okay. There was no certificate of occupancy for this house.
Dude.
For anyone to live in. Okay.
First of all, that house looked exactly the way my house looked like when I moved in. Like
Really?
when I
Oh my
moved
God.
into my house on Long Island, My dad bought the house that needed the most work. I would come home some days and there was just framing in the house. It was just framing.
Amazing.
Like that's it, and the walls framing. And I'm like, how am I supposed to live like this? My mom was so angry about it the whole time. And then he'd send us he's like, you guys are gonna go to Florida. Well, I redo the bathroom. I'm like, well, how are you going to the bathroom? He's like, don't worry about it.
That's it. Yo, but okay, so let's get to this. The meat of this thing is like, so his brother's scared of
Ben
monsters.
Savage.
Ben Savage, because he has to be in there, is scared of monsters. Ben Savage acted the first half of this movie. The rest of the movie, he fell asleep. But he's scared of monsters. Bets his older brother, who's like somewhat of a dick, who's mad that he moved, and he's got this like attitude. And then, right, his brother realizes there's a monster and invents like the craziest trap to get his bed to drop.
Yeah.
Right? Because he knows that he has to not allow this thing to go back underneath the bed, right?
That's right.
And then he sadistically watches the monster melt and he doesn't even go, oh my God, what's going on? He's thinking in his head, like, oh, that's what the sun does to you. Oh, this, like, he's just going, well, fucking Maurice is like, and he's not, dude, Brian doesn't flinch watching this.
No, he's a sadistic maniac.
He's meant to be a monster. He's meant to be boy, in my opinion.
Played by an actor who in Pulp Fiction, that scene where Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta go into that room and kill those guys in there.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that he shoots in that room. Yeah, the guy he's one of those guys he shoots in there. But no, you're right, Manny. He is a little inventor. He wants to cheat on his science project with the girl in there who does all the work. And now an age of when girl actors wore sideways hats, and then he just
wait. Yeah, he's like a Casanova. He's trying to make deals. He's like, listen, if you put these things together, you can do this. He's like, oh, how about we be partners?
Hey, watch me flip. I made a flip book. Okay, now I'm on your team. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this thing. I don't care. Middle school doesn't matter.
Guys, I don't know if you know this, but Brian grew up to be Jigsaw from the horror movies.
Okay. There it is. I could imagine.
Totally does.
Actually,
he totally does.
I don't know if this was like an intentional joke throughout the movie, but like Brian does like so many science projects, but doesn't do the one for school. I don't know if you watch throughout the movie. He doesn't do the one report he's supposed to do, but he builds like these elaborate physics traps. They do. He's doing like the discovery with the lighting and the sunlight, and then the pencils and the phone, which we'll get into later, I'm sure.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All he's doing is science project this whole movie, and he didn't do
the whole movie. He knows like everything, and he could pivot in like he would have been perfect in COVID. He pivoted like
oh my God.
He pivoted no problem. He's like, oh shit, oh
my God, more straight up.
Well, he got called out for not doing work when like they were making those light weapons, and the girl goes, if you do all this, why don't you just do your homework, basically? And he just ignores what she said.
She's like, you must be really good at like you're good at like electric, like for you to do this. Like she said something like you're good at electrical or something like that, and he just like moved on. Like
he's like whatever.
What about there was a part when like I know obviously we're all over the place. Like I thought there was a
Howie Mandal's performance.
Oh my God, he was. Let's not even. We'll get into. We have to focus on that. I know we have on a timer, right, Dan? Do we have another pod to do later?
At 7:30.
Okay, so like, he when he has to wear the shades, right, and he's sitting on the bleachers watching his bully eat cat food and piss. She's talking to him, right, and acting so cool. Like, yeah, And he's got his shades. I'm like, what is he supposed to be at this moment? He's not that cool to be, I don't give a shit about you, but he does like her. So, like, I don't know what that was. I guess he was so focused on the bully.
Well, where are they originally from? Because they're in Massachusetts, right? But where are they from? Because it sounded like the way he's speaking that they're from New York. So to me, it felt like he's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm a New Yorker. These people are assholes.
Yeah.
But also he was like American Psycho in that scene. Like he was sitting there, she's talking to him, like that scene with Reese Witherspoon and Christian Bale in the cab, and then he just like basically doesn't care what she's saying, and he's just like watching this kid about to drink a bottle of monster piss, and let's be honest, that monster took his dick out in front of that kid. This movie is rated PG.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there being like, what is happening? Why is this happening? The fact that like that is what the monsters are doing, to me, all the pranks that the monsters did to these kids, it just got these kids hit or something. Because it's 1989. I mean, all these kids got hit.
Yeah.
That's all that happened. And I was like, these poor kids, they're being screamed at. It's so traumatizing. They're like yelling at him. In fact, Maurice says at one point, he says to him, quote, your dad is going to come in here with a 12-gauge shotgun and blow your head off. Like, that's a line that an adult thing says to an 11-year-old in this movie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The whole thing's nuts.
I love that scene, though. I love that scene where they're, like, going through the kids, getting yelled at. The one girl that is just staring there wide-eyed when he's like, do you want to go to military school? I lose it every time. Just that girl's face killed me.
Bro, half of these people get, like, I was thinking, like, what the monsters really do is, like, they're basically getting these kids to be, like, labeled as crazy, right? Because, like, if this is real, right, and you're telling your parents, like, you're a pathological liar, this can't be. And then if someone's like, no, you don't understand, I didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, these kids, some of these kids were probably sent away, like, exactly to a military school. Like, there's a lightheartedness thing, but there's, like, some really fucked up underlying shit happening if this was real. Like, there's no way, even when you turn on the lights and there's just clothes, right? And the parents could be like, this is a random clothes I've never seen before, right?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Random shoes and clothes in a pile. Whose clothes are those?
Because my thing is like there's no remnants of the ghost, right? So like even if like the ghost gets trapped outside, it's just clothes, correct? Like you don't see like a melted thing. So you're just like, where's this clothes from? Why did you go to the thrift shop and just throw clothes on the floor? So the kids are getting in trouble no matter what. Like that's what's happening here. And like they're going to the same asylums. They're labeled as pathological liars, narcissists, and all this stuff, all because of these monsters who themselves, it looks like, were kids.
That's what I was gonna think. That's what I thought we were gonna learn.
Well, Maurice is actually 11 years old. That's what he says in the movie. He says he's been doing it for 200 years. But he asks, well, how old are you? He's like, oh, I'm 11.
Yes.
Which he's also a grown man, which is so bizarre. Most of the monsters are children. Maurice and like the bad guys are the only ones that are like adults.
That is true.
I don't like that.
Boy is one of the older ones. The henchman is, you're right.
Nick.
And he says he's 11. He's been there for 200 years. That means he was a kid at one point. Like, so I wonder who, like, I want to know the story of who brought all of them down there.
That dude. Do you want to know that?
We don't need a prequel.
No, we don't.
No, we don't need that
And
story.
you said though, like, the underworld. It looked like
a dream sequence from Freddy Krueger movie. Like it's like if you just had just the background and took all the monsters out of there, it's absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
but they
it's
threw
like
those like sparkles and it became magical. Like,
those little guys that were like following them all the time for no particular reason, like fairies. Like at one point, I noticed it made a noise. It talked. It like responded to something. So I don't know what the hell that was. It's supposed to be, yeah, like the time continuum or wherever we were. But I was like, yo, all these people are kids. It also reminded me, it was campy down there, right? Remember the girl when he like pulls the pants down? And that reminded me of like
Why did he do that?
He just wanted to embarrass him.
But Fred Savage was already wearing underwear, basically.
Yeah.
Like, well, he was running around in his underwear most of the time.
Yeah.
It's fucked up,
but that
bro.
reminded me of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Even though like the giggling of the girl monster of that, and like the stretching of his like arms and stuff. So like there was some great campiness to this. I didn't understand why that scene was there, other than Maurice has an addiction of just playing pranks, right? Why are you laughing?
I'm reading some of the trivia. It's so funny. This movie
I'm reading the quotes are insane.
Dude, no one wanted to be there. Daniel Stern said that he didn't like working on this movie and really didn't want to be there. And
Really?
Howie Mandal said that Maurice was one of his least favorite characters to play. The makeup process really irritated him, and when the cement
especially with his OCD.
When the cement warehouse used for the Monster World scene, so they did that in a cement warehouse, would get hot, he would be drenched in sweat when the latex was removed. And then, because of a fire that destroyed costumes and props, filmmaking was pushed back 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wow.
But dude, we got to talk about his performance, though. Howie Mandal's performance was insane. It was like, was he on coke?
Bro, I said that Maurice was a PCP addict. Like, I thought every time I saw him, I was like, what is this? But then I was like, wait a second. This feels like, and this is a stretch, of course, because this would mean that, like, this happened, but I don't know. I mean, what he was doing was like almost Aladdin genie-like. He was just like, boom, 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 jumping around like a maniac and just saying things. And I'm like, oh my God, like, one, is this all written down? And two, this feels like unhinged, like bad improv from like Robin Williams if he's not paying attention. And it was insane what was happening.
But I mean, that seems to be like an 80s like character trope for movies. I mean, Beetlejuice, Drop Dead Fred, the genie, all that. Like that, you have to have like one fictional character who is just absolute chaos. Like you don't have an animated, like a children's movie or a bizarre movie without that like specific character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you remember like there was like a scene, a couple of scenes. Even Kristen was watching it with me for a second. She's like, I can't, my anxiety is like raging watching this because like he doesn't stop. Like, remember when he like hits his hand against the window? He's like, whoa, window pane. Like his, and then he just like jumped to something else. And then the only time he slowed down is when he heard the parents fighting. Oh no, when the parents told him that they were getting a divorce. Mm-hmm. That's when he kind of got serious. Mm-hmm. That's when only time Maurice was like felt anything, I think. But then he went back to his addict ways of bringing Brian down and going to cause mischief. Like even to the point where he goes to the girl's house and he can't help it but do something and like look back and like know he's doing something bad, but he just couldn't help it, which I thought was a really cool scene and funny when he's like man's best friend, right hand.
That was what the fuck? This is a PG movie. He's talking about jerking off. Like what is this?
I'm telling you, there was awesome little like jabs throughout this whole movie.
I just want to bring to everyone's attention a scene in this movie that, according to IMDb, was basically an improvised scene. Okay.
What scene?
So I'm gonna share the screen so we can watch this. And I don't know, Andrew. Hopefully, if this will work, but on your end as well. But
Okay.
here's the scene. This is an improvised scene, basically.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Bri.
I hate this scene.
You know,
This
I think
is-
it's really nice of you to switch rooms with Eric like this.
The talking
I'm
is
proud of
fine.
Thanks.
Yeah. Personally, I think you guys are both kind of.
This is the improvised part.
monster thing, but you happen to see him tonight?
Yeah.
Could you maybe get me some autographs?
Okay.
or-
Yes. Okay, I'll get you autographs.
Okay, that's the improvised part. Okay, the
Yeah.
fucking tickling.
Sure.
I read that too.
You don't like it?
Dude,
Your dad never tickled
me
you?
a lot.
No.
Your dad,
really bothered
your dad
me.
never tickled you?
dude, my dad never slapped my
No.
leg and like creepily moved his hand up to me and started tickling me. If my dad was gonna tickle me, he just fucking was like tickling time and then did it, and then, like I hyperventilated and couldn't breathe, and there was a lot of screaming involved.
So that scene, what that is, and the problem of it being improvised is two actors trying to show a moment of like pure, genuine love of a father and son. You can't do that with
because Fred
a grown
Savage
man and a
didn't know it
child.
was gonna happen.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
see how uncomfortable he looked? He was like,
Yeah.
"What are you fucking doing? Why
Yeah.
is this happening?
Yeah.
Don't touch me like that." Like Disney. I watched that and I'm like, you know what? The monster, run away, kid. Stay under the fucking. Just stay under the bed. Like your life is a fucking disaster. Like this is your dad's a maniac. Your mom's gonna lose her mind, and just stay under the bed with the monsters. You're better off. You're better fucking off at this point. I was rooting for him to stay there.
I had like a cringe moment too with that, where the dad Daniel Stern asked if he wants like a piggyback ride, and just the way Fred Savage goes, "Yes, Daddy," I was like, I'm so wrong. Like he called him Dad throughout the whole movie, but then he calls him Daddy in that one scene, and I'm like, what? What is that?
Yeah, the part when they were trying to be like genuine family was weird. Now,
Because no one wanted to be there. And you could
No.
tell Daniel Stern was so angry. His every facial expression told you he didn't want to be there. There was a scene where he's watching baseball and like the mother, his wife is trying to paint the room and he's just like, what am I fucking doing here? And then
Yeah.
the commentator messes something up. I had to write it down immediately. He goes, he's announcing the game and the announcer says, Mark Jackson. And I don't know if that was a real game or a voiceover that they were just like, fuck it, keep going. Who cares?
yeah.
We don't give a shit.
Do we think that
No.
this was Maurice's plan was to get because did Boy make him bring Brian down from the beginning, or was it after he found out that Brian was so smart that he wanted him down there? Or is this just the plan all along to get more children?
Andrew, you go ahead.
All right. I don't think that was intentional, because I mean, Brian almost damn near killed him.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's true. True.
I think that was just after Kid, which I don't understand the villain at all, but I think he just found out about Brian and like that he trapped Maurice and he wanted to bring him down there and make him one of them. And then maybe because he was so smart, then he could trap other kids down there.
Yeah, because remember, like, Boy's like, I wanted to play with you. You know, we could be playing together. Like, it was like a weird, like that part was weird because it was just like, oh, like there's these two bigger villains and this is the major fight and this is the thing that's happening. And you're like, okay, they kind of like fell off on this. It was like a plot that was like, what's the point of this boy? And like, what does Boy do here? And now that he's gone, who runs the underworld?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I
Like,
mean,
there was no
Nobody is chaos
development.
now, just like they
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, there's no development of it, and like you know how like they did like they were online to like find out who to scare. Like, why is that a thing? Like, do you get paid for that? Do you get extra food? Like, what is the thing? Like, Monsters Inc. starts at, and I would argue that Sully is directly a his coloring and his patches, his purple
Horns
and
are even
horns and
almost-
everything are from Maurice, and they explain more about why they scare kids because the screams gives them energy to stay alive and stuff. But like, what is the point of the scaring?
nothing.
I think it's just fun. I just don't think that they planned that far ahead. It was an 80s movie.
No,
Yeah.
I know that, but like, they go to the woman who's like giving out the assignments. Like, what's the assignments for?
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, it's either that or they sitting at like Ninja Turtles type arcade and just eat, KFC cookies and Mountain Dew. I mean, like that was what was on the table. That
and
was
like
horrifying.
hump the tilt to
Dude,
death.
what was that? Like the pinball.
That went like an extra 5 seconds too long.
exactly, and they were doing that, and Howie Mandel's face was just too happy. I mean, he was.
Yeah, and the dancing. What was his dancing? He's like, it's
He
like
looked like
electrocuted.
like a puppet, where the puppeteer had no idea how to operate.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Like,
found this
the puppeteer. How does it, like, he had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah,
He's
and
one
like-
of those Muppets that everyone's like, "What is this one? I don't know. Bring it out. Who gives a shit? Let's go." Like, fucking this thing.
And it seemed like there was no rules. So like the question to me is like, then do you really need to go scare kids? If you could just like live in the underworld, if you're now just a monster, like could you just like hang out in that arcade forever? Do you need to sleep? Do you get tired? I don't even know. Like what? There's so many questions about being a monster.
It looked creepy as fuck. I mean, we just did The Crow, and a part of me was like looking at the underworld as if it was like some sort of PG version of like a Detroit from like The Crow or RoboCop. Like it was a
It
horrifying.
was made of
like,
pallets, dude. It looked like pallets stacked up on each other.
Well, it was
That's
a
all it
cement
was.
factory.
Yeah, that's it was crazy. I did enjoy the baseball scene
Very
because it was very very
You
hook.
told me that last night. I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Yes.
And I love the I mean the reasoning for this is for you to see all the ghosts.
Sure.
And I did like the ghost with the kid that like had extra hands and was like holding that
Oh, okay, but then he gets his head ripped off.
head ripped off and replaced with
What was
a
that?
Yeah, he
Pumpkin.
got a new one though. It's fine.
yeah, he got it was replaced with a pumpkin.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So
We have to talk about the scene where they all go to scare that one little baby.
yes. Yes.
Like, wow.
Remember how they were like, "Oh, we're going to the party," and I'm like, so I'm thinking in my head, are we supposed to believe that only kids hear the monsters?
That was a good question. It's a good question, Manny.
Yeah. I
You
don't know.
froze on me.
Because everyone's
You-
making so much fucking noise in this movie.
Yeah,
Like everybody. Like,
everyone.
the kids are screaming. Monsters are yelling. They're throwing shit all over the place. The garbage cans, the beds, everything's making noise. And it's like the parents are just like comatose. Like it was almost like they didn't even hear anything. It's like my parents heard everything. Like everything.
Dude, when Brian opens that door with the kid screaming, because first of all, the kid was like terrified. So like that would mean parents gonna come in, right? Turn on the light, but the light's broken for a second. Parents gonna go back. Maybe so if I'm a parent, I don't have kids, but if I'm a parent and I'm walking in and the light's not going on, but my kid is hysterically crying to the point of terror,
Mhm.
I'm walking right in. So that means the monsters haven't disappeared. They haven't turned into clothes. So like I'm walking in and I'm seeing fucking monsters. So shotgun's coming out. Monsters are dead. Right? Right? Come on. But
Turning into clothes.
they're not even turning into clothes. Like you shouldn't shut the light. You shouldn't disassemble the light if I was a monster, because your safe haven is like whoop, turn on the lights, psh, you're gone, you're just clothes. And parents are like, "Oh, there's a mess here," and then a toddler, has adult clothes just hanging on the floor. Like, what are you thinking as an adult when that happens? Who are you blaming? It's a toddler. Okay. That scene had too many questions for me.
Well,
and what, Brian Olsen got a heart because it was a toddler, but he had no problem destroying somebody else's house. And there's a part, I'm sorry, I'm on a roll here. There's a part when he opens the door and his hand almost like disappears and he runs out. He could have gotten shot. He's running through there's an adult man, probably adult man or woman in that home.
I don't think
they're not getting
parents.
up.
In the 80s, there are no parents. Like,
they're not getting
zero
up.
Parents.
Like that, there was a cut when he got out of the house, right? I think there should have been there should have been a light turned on as he was running out of the house, because I'm sorry, he was not quiet about running out of that house.
No.
So like, I have a pretty small house. If some person was running out of my house, a light's going on. Lights going on. How dead are we supposed to believe that these people who have a toddler screaming at the top of their lungs didn't get up a little bit? Like, just sleeping right through it. Like, okay. Are they drunk? Are they on Quaaludes? What are we doing here?
Andrew, what do you think? Manny just went on a whole rant. Thoughts on that?
I don't know.
You just put Andrew into a hole. He's like, I have no idea what's happening.
I hated that scene.
What about? I agree. I agree with that. And I don't know. I kind of spaced out a little bit on that tangent.
Yeah.
But then I was also thinking too, like, so if you're a monster and you go up there with no clothes, if they turn on the lights, you're just invisible. Is that what? Like, I don't. My brain went somewhere else. During some of that.
No, that's I didn't know what was like. But remember, Maurice like moves when the light is on a little bit, like right, and he was able to listen to the whole conversation of the divorce while that was on, right? Yeah. My question: so you're saying if the light is on and it's not sunlight, the monsters are still alive, but they're in. Yeah, like you said, like they're just like they're not shrunken. It's not like the monsters like in the clothes. They're kind of their being is there, but like they can't move from the clothes. So to kill a monster, you turn on the light and you just wait till sunrise. That's basically it.
I guess I don't know what the rules are in this world. That's the biggest problem, because there's no reason for them to scare anyone. There's no reason. It's just anarchy.
It is.
And it's just bad parenting. I mean, Brian goes over to Todd's house and is knocking on his window. He's like no, not one parent's of like, what the fuck is that? Like, they just
yeah.
What are they doing? Watching? What are they doing? It's just like, hey, Todd.
And Todd is screaming through the window. Todd's screaming through the window and opens it after he hears I forget what Brian says to him, but like the conversation can still happen through the window. That means Todd is screaming in his house and his parents aren't like, who the fuck are you talking to? There are no parents in this town.
I mean, forget the parents being even concerned. Like, don't you think the parents would have like burst in the door because he was screaming just to give him an ass whooping at that point, just for being that loud after hours?
Absolutely. Especially in the 80s.
Not even like, are you okay? Just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Go to fucking bed.
Well, I have to get up in the morning. Shut up.
Shut up.
You have school tomorrow. I don't give a shit what's going on. But my friend in the shut up.
No.
This just goes to show you our type of like our upbringing and the type of shit we had to go through. That's
Also,
the problem.
why does the girl have the key to the light
school?
room? Yeah.
The entire school.
She has a key to get. Yeah, like he calls her and he needs the project. He's like, oh, I don't know the project, right? She has the key to get into the school as well, or did they break into the school and only had the key to get into the janitor's closet?
Bro.
And why are we trusting a 12-year-old with a key?
Well, I mean, you saw what the teacher was like. I mean, the poor girl did half her project. She did an amazing
got a
science
0.
project. She got a fucking 0 because what? You can't see some of what she wrote? Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here, bro.
That was bullshit. I'm not even a teacher, and I would have been like, well, at least like the plant is still, just tell me what you did.
I'm a teacher. I would have given that girl an A. I would have been like, just tell us what you did. Thank you.
Yeah. She got a 0. A 0.
Adults suck in this
Okay.
fucking movie.
When they
Every
get the
adult
lights.
is terrible in this movie. There's not
wait,
one
go ahead.
decent adult.
No. And why is Sink an adult?
It's Snick, and oh my
Snick.
god, can anybody tell me what the design, like who designed him? He looks like Meatloaf and Beast from the X-Men's like love child. He designed this character.
Well,
He's-
remember he got a hunchback. Like he didn't have that before, so he must have been trapped in the sun for a little while because he got
Yeah, but I
deformed.
mean, just the production team designing him. No.
I don't know. That was a terrible design.
Oh,
I mean-
that actor was in Groundhog Day and The
Yes.
Burbs. Oh,
Yes.
wow. Richard Ducamoon. Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
fucking
If
awesome.
you had asked me this before the other day, I would have swore to you up and down that was Meatloaf.
Okay, so here we go. The pre-production designs of Maurice and the main little monsters were created by Alan Munro, previously known for his work on Beetlejuice. So the people. So I guess we can
Understood.
assume that some of what we saw, especially some of the other bigger ones, were done by Beetlejuice. The Beetlejuice pre-production designs were done by the guy who did.
Okay.
Beetlejuice.
Got it.
So is that like V. Neal? Like
Yeah.
I think she was like the lead production on
Like-
Beetlejuice. She was like on Face Off, that big hit show on
Mhm.
Sci-Fi, with all the facial prosthetics.
Yeah.
I don't see her name. I don't see that name, but I could look on IMDb. I could do some stuff while you guys are talking about whatever.
All right.
But
So, where were we at?
Where were
I
we at?
interrupted you while you were talking about you brought up Snick and I interrupted you. I'm
Snick.
sorry.
Yeah. Like, what is the point of Snick? I guess he's just boys' henchman.
His
That's it.
enforcer, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I still don't understand like what boy does. Right. So that's the one thing about this movie that kind of annoyed me. I guess as a child, I didn't care because it was just a fun movie. It doesn't have to have a connecting thing. Like I would have liked to know more about like what boy does in this world. Like everyone's afraid of him and that he lives in this like the highest tower. Like does boy go
Mhm.
out anymore? Does he go and scare?
No.
No. But like
Absolutely
why
not.
is boy the leader? Right? And then also
Because he's the creepiest looking one, bro. I mean, holy
yeah,
shit.
he looks I think he looks like is it Krang from the
Krang?
Teenage- Krang
Yeah.
from
Yes,
the
he
Teenage Mutant
does. Oh
Turtles?
my god, he does. He totally does.
That's what he looks like. When and then it was creepy, like the shot where like it slowly pans and you see his brain like hanging out, and that you know that
Yeah.
he just like set up this skin. And I was like, does he
Where
want
did
Brian?
he get the skin? Like, where did he get the skin?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, does he want Brian for his skin? Where did he get the
Oh,
skin?
God.
Right?
Don't.
Right?
I don't want to hear about that.
Okay.
That sounds
So-
horrible.
So here's the thing that bothers me. The kids go down, like he gets his monster squad, because this is like
Oh
before
my
monster
God.
squad, but he gets his squad, right? Girl has no questions asked. She's like, I'm going for the name of science. Finally gets Todd. He thinks about, because he's so smart, he thinks about the lights. As soon as they drop, they start lighting people up that aren't even attacking them.
No, they're just killing random monsters.
So that bothered me because I'm like, Brian, he didn't do anything to you. If anything, you should be mad at Maurice. Like, right? You're not. These monsters aren't doing anything. They're not like reporting you to boy. So why are we flashlighting these monsters?
I mean,
Destroying
they
them.
might be though. They might be like
Because they're afraid
they
of
might
boy.
be- yeah, they're all
Okay.
terrified of him. So maybe just to kind of get in his good graces, like
Okay.
you never know.
All right.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I
But
don't
he's
know.
not killing them. He's just
No, he's holding them down a
disassembling-
little bit, and like he
disassembling
just
them
like
pretty bad.
and he's like letting them.
So they turn into clothes.
Yeah.
They just turn into clothes, and they're just like there. And like, do they go back and like take the lights off after they defeat boy?
I don't know.
No, because they went to Malibu.
Yeah, they were running around. They needed to get out of there.
All those
And-
people are just clothes.
And can we find like when Maurice does the weird thing when he gets nervous?
The weird thing.
Yeah.
What was it? What was the weird thing? What happened? Was it just like a thing? What came out of him?
Oh, I don't want to know. I don't know what that was. It was like a tremor, like that thing from Tremors. Like it looked like one of those things.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know.
Horrifying. The whole thing was really, really scary. I didn't like any of that, and the fact that Ben Savage at some point the boy was throwing fucking darts at a child. That was crazy. Like,
Dude, Ben Savage
how did they
slept
come
through that
up
whole
with
scene.
any of this? Like these people were like, all right, now let's put Ben Savage up on the dartboard. Yeah, and just start throwing darts at him. What is this movie rated? PG? Okay, yeah, keep cursing. Like there was more cursing in this movie than some PG-13 movies now. Like
Yes.
I was blown away by that. And this is 1989. It's not even around the Gremlins time where like you were like, is this PG or PG-13? Like I feel like this movie could have been PG-13. It was right
absolutely.
on the line, but it was just PG. I was really blown away by that. But I mean, yeah, they threw darts at Ben Savage. Now they're trying to get home before they all just like end up staying down there and being monsters.
Well, but before that, we're gonna go to the pencil thing. Andrew brought this up.
Oh, right, pencil.
As soon as they land, there's a phone. It's an old
I was
phone.
going to ask you guys. I might have missed where the phone came from.
It was just
but
there.
that-
It was just there. It was in
So,
the pit
in the
of stuffed animals.
is one phone.
Yes, an old school phone, and apparently, in 2 seconds, they figure out the graphite inside the phone would cause a light,
Mhm.
and if you spin it enough, you could shrink. Like again, pivoter, and then they go and get restocked. That thing lasted for like 2 seconds. The scene where what's Biff is like
Biff.
Buzz, I mean, is like right. So you're telling me Maurice wakes up the bully who drank his piss and is like, "Oh hey, I'm a monster, and you have to come with me to help Brian."
You need to carry this car battery for me
Yes, because he,
because I'm carrying a flamethrower.
yeah,
Literally.
that's the only reason why they needed this kid, and the kid just straight up isn't like, "Oh my God, there's a monster talking to me. Sure, let me go." Like, kid just comes. Like, I wanted to see the scene of like that negotiation. How are you? Hey, I'm the monster that peed in your apple juice. What's going on?
They were just, and who drinks apple juice with just your name on it? Like, that was just weird. The bottle just had a piece of masking tape on it and said, like, his name
Not weird at all.
or the word juice or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is that? Like, the props department was like, I don't know. Juice. Here.
Juice.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, and the fact is, like, that scene's so weird because, like, they were in the underworld, they got defeated. Ben Savage is getting darts thrown at them. Then they leave, or something happens. Then they go to construct another weapon, and
Yes.
they construct a Ghostbusters 2 level fucking like slime
Yes.
machine that's lights, and they come in there all like they look like mech warriors. They're like walking in there with lights on themselves, and, I'm
And
like,
they're
what the
not
fuck is
nothing.
going
No
on?
one. None of the tanks are shooting at them or anything. They're just prepping. They're just staring there. There was no fighting from the evil guys.
This is like that movie Toys, where like
Andrew,
none of these fucking things mattered.
I'm sorry, but boy had like the worst straps. Like the girl has like these buzz saws just
Coming out.
slowly coming. Just jump over them. They're not even fully out of the floor.
No.
Like, and somehow they all got captured, but then they did like a do-over.
Yeah.
It was just like a video game. Like they just restarted the level again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they didn't do much with it.
Nothing.
Like the do-over, like they just stood there. And like I remember the planes show up and then the things and they're like and the Jack in the Box comes out and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like the ultimate fight. And it was like turn on lights. Boom,
No, it was just like
done.
flame on.
That's it.
That's all it was.
That's
And
all it was.
The writers
The
are
dude
probably
bet-
writing this movie, be like, "Oh fuck, what did we do? Just keep going, just keep writing. It doesn't matter. Like the first draft, who cares? Go."
Yeah.
Like,
But
You forgot
Savage,
them cutting the cocaine with the credit card while they're doing it.
yeah,
Like,
yes.
and then they just go back. You know what? They just do a redo. Who cares? Keep going. Go.
yeah.
Just go.
Yeah, dude. But the Savage brother slept through the rest of the movie.
Of course.
Okay, he was
Horrible.
calling Brian the whole time on the dartboard, and he's sleeping. There's a dart that just went by his ear, and he's like, Brian, yo, if a dart went by my ear, I don't care what time it is in the night.
Yeah.
There's monsters, and you're doing nothing. You're terrible. I would leave him there.
Maybe they put him in a food coma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Drink this Mountain Dew and eat this KFC.
Yeah, the brother. That's the thing. The brother didn't
brother
even get
died
to
for
like.
that.
The brother
Couldn't
didn't
give
even get to enjoy the underworld like Brian did. Like Brian had a good time.
Of course.
Brian was having a great time.
The
Yeah.
bully was like super excited at the end. He was like, "Yeah, I'm okay with that."
Yeah,
Well, who knows what's going on in his house and why he's a bully? Did you
I
He's
actually
eating
think
tuna
Brian's the
fish.
real bully.
He's eating tuna fish sandwiches on non-toasted bread. I'm sorry. If you have any sandwich on white bread and you're not toasting it, there's a problem. I mean, that's gross.
You're obsessed with that. That's
That's
the
why there
second
was
time
no
you said.
conversation.
Well,
That's why
we
there's no
said-
conversation with Maurice and the bully. It's just like, "Hey, do you want to go fuck with some people?" And he's just like, "Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
like,
let's go."
No questions. Like,
It's like, we need your strength.
Have you seen my house? I'm eating tuna fish with no toasted bread. Well, it's because Manny, we said that in that episode about Robert Palmer, which for some reason is one of our most popular episodes. He's like peanut butter and jelly with on white bread, not toasted with no crust.
Yeah, and now with onions.
Yeah, not with onions.
Yeah, listen.
Gross.
Okay, so I know we got to
Yeah.
wrap up. I heard the alarm. So, so now, okay, so they defeat the thing, and it's just like kind of like anticlimactic in a way.
They explode.
They explode, and he gets the light, and now, like Maurice gives up so easily.
Of course
like-
he does.
He's just like,
Because
he's
he's coming down from all the drugs.
yeah,
Like he's just like, I am tired.
yeah, he's tired. He's tired. So is Ben. Is it Ben Savage? He's
Yeah.
tired too. He's like, oh, I'm all right, whatever.
Mhm.
And then of course, Brian is like, we could, we just follow the zip codes, and let's start running, and then running. I'm like, there's no bikes in the underworld. Like we couldn't get a bike.
There should be a lot of children's toys that they steal.
Yeah.
Like that's how I lose stuff. I'm pretty sure a monster came in, stole my shit, and then that's where it should be under there.
Yeah. So
But
like
there's nothing.
that scene was kind of cool because you're seeing all the different like
Sure.
towns and stuff like that. It was
Why
fine.
not?
I don't understand this. Could you actually be trapped in the underworld since the sun rises and sets everywhere forever? So if you just kept running,
Yeah.
you could never get trapped there. Is what I'm trying to say. There's always a sunset. There's always
I
a
just
sun.
kept running.
There's always a sundown somewhere. Because
I would love to do like, where are you? Moscow.
But like, yeah, but remember, like his Todd goes, "I don't want to run to Hawaii." I was like, "Oh, so you have a couple hours to get to Hawaii? Like Hawaii's not like an hour after LA. Like
No.
Hawaii is, and why Hawaii? It's like because they had to stay in the United States. Like he could have gone to New Zealand.
Dude, the fact that they come out and they're on
this-
a beach underneath the homeless person.
Yeah.
That was the most insulting thing I have ever seen. They're like
Well, it's LA.
moving a homeless person. It's Malibu.
It's Malibu.
Not even LA.
It's Malibu.
San Francisco.
If it was, it's not. Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
like if it's San Francisco or LA, that would have made sense.
Well, that
but
wasn't. That
Malibu
was
would've
years
been-
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Malibu.
Malibu might have not been
The
at
Raiders
its prime.
Stadium.
I guess this was a bed, a homeless person on the beach. That was so fucked up. They're just like, who cares? He's a prop. Let's give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then, how do they call? If I was their parents, I'd be like, I would have hung up on them after that.
Okay, so here's the thing. So the
Running
he's
in
like,
the
oh, it's
water
a long
like a bunch
story.
of assholes.
He's like, you're in LA. I would have been like there's not it's not even physically possible that they
No.
got to LA from where they were in that amount of time,
No.
right? So again, they're going to the insane asylum.
How are they going to get home?
They don't care. They're like,
don't.
run to the beach. They don't. Dan, I think you're right.
Maybe
Like,
figured it out earlier.
yeah.
Maybe they become the kids in Free Willy, and they're just like, let's go to Oregon, and
Yeah.
it'll be roustabouts there.
They don't like the parents are like, it's a long story. He's like, well, I don't have time to listen to it. We're going to start our own family. Or they just get a divorce. They get a divorce. She owns a baseball team. He becomes a criminal,
Yeah.
or first stops and owns and becomes a pitcher's coach for
Was that
rookie,
after or before Home Alone? Rookie of the Year.
rookie of the year might have been before. I'm not really even sure.
No.
I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to check that shit. There's no way. But yeah, no, it was a weird way to end a movie. I mean, but
It
a
was,
weird
and he's
movie.
like,
I mean,
it's a
like,
long
who gives a
story.
shit?
But
Not,
here's
1993. Rookie of the Year was 93.
Okay. So the ending. We're watching these two, like Brian forgives Maurice for almost making him a monster.
Sure, why not?
And
Already.
yeah, Brian is the true monster. Maurice is like, who the fuck did I become friends with?
Dude, this kid's fucking nuts.
So Brian's like, they're saying goodbye as if like, I get it, Brian can't go back to the underworld, but Maurice can't come and visit him?
I don't exactly.
Well, he actually says at the end, because you brought it up earlier, and I was watching the end again, and he's like, "There's beds everywhere," and like you don't have to. You can still be friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously
Yeah.
you don't need a bed. You just need to put a blanket on some ground, and they can come up from
That's it.
below from you. Like it
But then
doesn't
you
fucking
hold
matter.
it.
Yeah,
Apparently.
it doesn't
That's
fucking
it.
matter.
You just need shadows.
Oh
So-
my god.
So this is where I go into Inside Out kind of thing. What, or like Drop Dead Fred, was
Love that
Maurice just a figment of Brian's imagination?
No, because the other kids saw him. There's a whole world. And no
The kids aren't part of his
hallucination.
imagination too? Because like
So you-
again, why can't he see
Like Brian's just like,
Brian's just in bed?
shut up. Why? He ate that peanut butter and onion sandwich, hallucinated, and like he's like getting out of that hallucination. His parents are like, "Where are you?" Malibu. And they're like, "Oh my god, peanut butter and onions again. Here we go."
Yeah.
Every time he eats peanut butter and onions, this kid ends up somewhere we
I'm
don't
just
know.
thinking because, like, why are they saying like goodbye so hard, like that? It's like forever.
Because it's a stupid movie, Manny, and they're like this. Because Maurice is supposed to be,
Is
I
it
guess.
stupid though?
I
Did you
don't
not
know.
like it?
Well, we'll get to that part.
Okay.
But I don't know. Do you want to hear Ebert's review, and then we'll put this to the test?
Yeah.
Because Ebert's review is just fucking amazing. Here we go. Ready?
Our next movie is named Little Monsters, and because it stars Fred Savage, who's become so popular through the TV show The Wonder Years, it's likely to attract audiences made up of families and younger children. And boy, are they going to get a surprise. Little Monsters is one of the most repellent, distasteful, truly creepy movies I've seen in a long time. A movie so unpleasant, I can't really figure out why anybody wanted to make it, and I don't know why anybody would want to see it. The movie is nightmare material all the way through, starting when Fred Savage sets a trap for a monster which his little brother claims lives under the bed.
Dude, this is nightmare shit. Like, he watches him die.
I know. I mean,
It turns out there is a monster in the house, and he's played by comedian Howie Mandal. He takes the kid on a trip to the underworld.
Here's the way he explains it. Even like, what am I doing? What are we talking about here?
The magic word.
Oh, the magic word. He farted. Christ.
It doesn't take a genius to figure out that one of the inspirations for this movie was Beetlejuice, with its weird otherworldly creatures. Howie Mandel is playing sort of a
best scene right
roadshow
there.
version of the Beetlejuice character, but these are really unsavory images that the movie is presenting.
You know what happens when I get upset. That's it. I'm upset.
What is that?
What the hell
I'm
is that?
smoking, and
I
he's
don't know, that's what
smoking his
happens when I get
cigarette the
upset.
whole
I
time.
don't know who this
The
movie
whole
was
movie,
intended for.
he's
It's
smoking.
obviously
I'm
not
gonna
for
bring it up
adults
at
who
the
couldn't
end.
care less.
Oh my God! Wait, he just is in the men's department. He's so
Obviously not for adults who couldn't care less about the
Wait.
version of the Beetlejuice character.
All right, here we go. Hold on. I'm sorry. I had to
That's what
rewind
happens when I
it.
get upset.
I don't know who this movie was intended for. It's obviously not for adults who couldn't care less about monsters in the woodwork or under the bed, but it has too many offensive scenes and concepts in it for it to be appropriate for smaller children. And even kids who love monsters are likely to be turned off by the Howie Mandel character. Now,
Wrong.
I have to give Mandel credit for a good acting job. He does create an incredibly
Okay.
unlikable and repulsive monster, and he does a
Wrong.
good job of that. It's just that the whole movie feels unwholesome and deeply troubled and really
Wrong.
creepy, and I didn't enjoy myself for 1 second while I was
Bullshit.
watching it. And afterwards, I thank God that I wasn't 8 years old, because then I would never be able to go into a bedroom again.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I disagree totally with
That
him.
was fucking.
I disagree totally with him.
That was one of the greatest
I mean, it was great.
I've ever heard. It's just so crazy.
It was great, but I
Rest in
disagree.
peace, Ebert. My God.
Ebert, I
Can I give you
disagree
guys a
with
little
him.
trivia?
Yeah.
There's another monster that Howie Mandel played that is killed or hurt by sunlight. Do you guys know who he is?
In a different movie?
In another movie.
Doesn't he play Gizmo?
Yes, he does. He plays Gizmo.
Oh,
He's
my
the
God.
voice of Gizmo.
He's the voice of Gizmo.
That's so weird. What's with him and Light?
Yeah. One voice. He did a whole joke on it. He's Gizmo, he's Bobby's
Bobby.
World, and he's also what's the Muppet that has like
Scooter?
Scooter. I
Yeah,
think he is.
maybe.
He
He's
might
Scooter?
be. He might be. I might be making that up. I don't know. I
That might be
remember.
me. Oh my God. So
all right.
yeah. Oof.
Listen.
So that was Howie Mandel. Let's see what he did. Okay, so let's put this to the test. Go ahead. This is how we do this. Is
I'm going to
it-
say Andrew should go first on this one. He's the one that suggested this.
Yeah, of course. But
So-
so here we go. Does it pass the nostalgia test? Is it just nostalgic? And is it? Oh, he does Dr. Bunsen something. That's the voice he does.
Honeydew.
Yeah,
Honeydew?
that's what he
I
does.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Or is this just a terrible mistake? Now I put this up on Instagram, and it's we got a few votes, and right now the vote is still good at 67% and terrible mistake at 33%, and no one said it was just nostalgic. So this is really a polarizing movie. There's no one in the middle. It's either you really like this or you just hate this movie. So Andrew, Little Monsters does it pass the nostalgia test?
All right. So can I just relate this to art for a minute? Because
Yes.
I have made some terrible mistakes in art that I've ended up loving. So I think this is a terrible mistake that passes the nostalgia test. I mean, this movie has all the necessities of an 80s movie. It has that chaotic fictional character. It has like the ridiculous bully. The dialogue is absolutely insane. When Maurice is talking about what phrase is he use? The over the shoulder boulder holder, like stuff like that.
So fucking
And there's even an 80s montage in it while Brian is creating his like physics straps.
there's like three
So-
montages in this whole movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The running scene too, yeah. So while they're running through the underworld. So this movie should not pass it, but I think it does. It absolutely passes it in my book.
All right, it passes the nostalgia test for Andrew. Quintessential 80. I like how you broke it down. I mean, this is right on the edge. 1989. It's an 80s film. Came out
And I'm
around-
sorry, the practical effects always sell me. Practical effects do it.
Absolutely. Okay, Manny, does it pass the nostalgia test? Little Monsters, Manny.
I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna agree. I was gonna say that this was just nostalgic, right? And because it probably is the fact that it's so nostalgic to me, because like I watched this probably just as many times as Andrew did, and I wanted to be Maurice one time for Halloween. Like it's such a crazy character. I didn't realize how dark this actually was. I just remember it being fun, but I for some reason love the campiness of it. Like I really do think it's a good depiction of the 80s, and that is a nostalgic thing. But I had a good time with it. Like regardless of like how crazy and dark it is, if you know that that's what it is and how like creepy it might be, like that doesn't mean it's a bad movie then. Like Ebert, go fuck yourself. Like, yeah, you didn't you thought it was gonna be like this lighthearted thing. It wasn't. It might have should have maybe been a rated R movie. And if it was, maybe you'd be like, all right, this is it, like, yeah, some ridiculousness is going on, but it was the 80s. Like, we don't need to know the story about Boy. We don't need to know why, like, why they only went back and they turned on the lights once and they burned, and that was the thing was over. There wasn't a really big fight. Like, who cares? We don't need to know why he can't go back to the end of the world. It's just a good time. In my opinion, it was a good movie. I don't know why. I like this one. I like this one.
All right, so Manny, it passes the nostalgia test.
Come on, Dan.
This is a tough one because
because this is the first time you're seeing it, so it's not nostalgic at all for you.
No, and and
I don't like Howie lately, but whatever.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other conversation that we can have on a different episode about that. But
yeah,
but what's interesting is everything that you guys were saying, and plus, then it made me think of, as you were talking to, it made me think of one of the first episodes we had Billy on. When we did Roadhouse, I think that was the first time he was on, possibly. Oh, after something else, but when we had him on by himself, maybe.
Yeah.
And Roadhouse is a terrible movie, but it is absolutely one of these quintessential 80s films that is just so much fun to watch that you're just like, I'm along for the ride. This is all ridiculous, every single moment of it, right? And then I'm thinking about Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and I'm like, our conversation on that was really interesting because it's like, that was good too, sort of, but it just didn't keep me like in. That one I think was only nostalgic when we watched it.
We trashed that movie, and I almost want to watch it again.
Yeah, we might do a rewatch.
Because Steve loved that movie.
But not after in the rewatch. But I mean, but I think, but I think I'm going to agree with the both of you and say this passes the nostalgia test. And I think it does. One thing that you said to Andrew that really also tipped it for me too was like the practical effects in this film are outstanding. Everything that was made was crazy. And, look, I mean, did the actors have a good time doing it? I don't know. That's not for me to like really judge. I don't really care because like I don't have a good time at work sometimes, but it doesn't mean I didn't do a bad job in the end. Like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like it held my attention so much because every time I thought I was like falling out of the movie and being like, I don't know about this, they did something crazy that pulled me right back in again. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Every single time. And it was like, it knew what it was. It did it did exactly what it wanted to do. Fred Savage was really good. And Howie Mandel, as insane as his character was, and as like, I have no idea what he was, it kept my attention. And I think like it was fun, and it only topped out what, hour and 40 minutes. So it's still, give or take 10 minutes in that 90-minute space. I think if it went any longer, I think I would have to say it was just nostalgic. I think it just hit.
It could have been shorter if we took a couple of the scenes of the parents and whatever. Like,
that horrifying conversation that the parents had about them getting separated.
Yeah,
really great timing, parents. Horrible timing. Now go to bed. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say passes the nostalgia test. Little Monsters.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
So, everyone, Andrew, first, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for also your continued support of this podcast. I mean, if there's someone that supports this podcast like Andrew, we are really, really just appreciative of your support of the podcast and everything. And, when I finally put together the Newfound Glory episode, and maybe also the My Cousin Vinny episode, I forget which one, but you'll also hear Andrew on that one too, as he was part of the audience. As the one person audience. But thank you so much, Andrew, for coming on. Tell everyone again where they can find your art and follow you and everything.
All right, guys, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. I love supporting you guys. You guys get me through the work days. It's the best. I love it. And I especially love like some of your guys' inside jokes. I mean, I'm local like you guys were. So I may not have been there, but like you guys start talking about stuff like at the Wilson Park pool, and I just completely, it brings me back to nostalgia. Like your like backstories.
Yeah.
It brings me back. So
awesome.
But thank you again for having me. I'd love to be here again anytime. Let me know.
Definitely.
So again, I'm at man, hit me with the address for lithology.
211A Main Street, Lithology Brewing Company in Farmingdale, right across the street from the Farmingdale Meats and Taproom.
All right, I'm the featured artist there for the rest of the month. Meet the Artist is October 24th, 7 p.m. If anybody's local, I'd love you to come down and hang out. You guys can follow me.
You guys gotta check out his drawings. They're so good, and hopefully Maurice will be ready by then.
I'm hoping to have a few more up for the Meet the Artist night. We'll see. I have a lot of projects in the works that are half done. We'll see how much I can get done the next week or two. You guys can follow me at Rocktopusjones_art. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And everyone, thank you for listening and for watching. Follow us across everywhere where you get your podcasts, and follow us on Substack for the videos, and also YouTube. And
let us know what you think about Little Monsters.
Oh,
Did we get it right?
Absolutely.
I gotta do
quote.
Dude, the quotes are crazy.
Yeah.
Window ping.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have one more fun fact for you.
Yeah. Go for it.
Did you know that the Savages have a sister?
No.
And she is in the movie as well.
Oh my God. Wow.
What? Is she a monster?
She's one of the monsters. She's just like one of the side characters. I'm sorry. I
No, it's all good, man.
it's based on that.
Savages. This is Ben Savage's first movie.
They got a discount on all of them.
Yeah.
They got a group rate.
Yeah.
They were really
definitely.
trying
I'm
to
surprised
start
the
a whole-
mom and dad weren't in it.
They were trying to start a whole dynasty, I guess. Like they saw the Culkins and they were like, we got to get in on that, but I don't know.
Exactly.
Didn't happen.
All right.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Follow and like the podcast and do whatever, all that stuff. Jump in, mix it up with us in the comments of our posts. And if you see any other comments of like from Nostalgia Test anywhere else, mix it up with us there. We're here to start a little trouble and just like keep people on their toes. And share this episode with one person that you feel like would love to talk about Little Monsters with you. And we'll see you in the next test. Peace. Share this episode with your friends. Subscribe and follow the Nostalgia Test podcast on YouTube, Substack, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Send us your episode ideas and comments, or book us for podcasts and events at thenostalgiatest@gmail.com. Come hang out with us next week, because you never know what pop culture will pop up on the Nostalgia Test.